Welcome to another episode of Talking Trucks. In this episode, I'm going to talk to a master of the thing known as Kiwi ingenuity. So let's join Mick and have a look at what he's done. With me is young Nick. How old are you, Nick?
88. 88 on the 15th of December. Full 88.
Good God. And this is your truck?
Yeah, this is the one. I built it up myself, the whole lot what's on it, the winches and everything.
So what year is it?
1947.
1947.
Last model before the Loadmaster.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's with the bars going this way. Yeah, that's flash. So, where did you get it?
I got it from. It was owned by Cunningham Carriers Furniture Removals, and they had a body on it, for removing the furniture.
Yes.
That was them in Newmarket. Then I got it from them, and I built
What year was that?
When I got it from them.
Yes.
Oh, it's about 60s, close to 60.
1960.
Yeah, close to
60, 70, 80, 90, 2000, 2010. So you've had it for 53 years roughly.
Yeah, well, I used it until about last 15, 20 years.
Oh, okay. And so it's been parked here and it's just left to...
Well, yeah, no, what's happened, I could go and tow the vehicle from the hall anywhere in the paddock, but then it came, you had to get medical for towing and cars and this and that, and because of that, I checked it away.
Oh, okay. So
not for anything else.
So the laws and regulations got to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, isn't there?
Oh,
rules and regulations.
Oh, yes, too many. Too many.
Now, I have to say, folks, that this Chev has got more levers and winches than I've ever seen on any truck. And if you've got a truck that's got more levers than this, there's my contact details. Give me a ring and we'd love to come and see it. Nick, let's go down to the front and have a look at what's on the front.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a couple of taps here. What was all this for? I mean, you've got a huge winch on the front there. What was the capacity of the winch?
No, that's only 10,000 pound capacity. That's the one of the GMCs.
Oh, okay.
Every GMC had one of those.
Yes.
So when the low gear starts to spin, that takes over. So between the winch and the four-wheel drive or whatever, six-wheel drive or where they go, that is to walk the road. So once the wheels start to spin, or the winch takes over, it's geared just to take a bit of a weight on the rope if everything is moving. But as soon as it starts to hesitate, the winch takes over.
Okay, starting from that side there, you got a little lever there. What was that for?
This was a throttle.
Yep.
That was a power takeoff. That was a gears.
Yes.
That was a dog clutch over there.
Oh yes, this one.
Yeah, and that was to transfer the pressure from one winch to the other. So I could operate this one from here,
yes.
That one from there.
Yes.
Between the 2 inches, I had, I think, 6 inches off the ground, whole unit.
The whole truck's up?
Yeah, I had one hooked to something there, another one over there, the whole truck was 3 off the ground.
And what's the one on the end there, nearest you?
This is the clutch.
Oh, I see, yes.
See, the old ship master cylinder, look.
Yeah, wow. And you did all this extension yourself. Is this the original bumper?
This is the original bumper.
Really? It's huge.
I added that onto there.
Yeah, God, that's just amazing. I see you've still got a little bit of decoration on the front of the grille here.
Yeah, well, that's how it came out. That's the original.
And the badge?
Yeah.
Chev? Yeah.
1942, they made them. 1942, the Americans went into war.
Yep.
They stopped producing them. 1947, they were 46, they started again. So they called it 42, 46, this type, this model. Same with the Fords,
Yep.
with no jailbird, they're exactly the same thing, jail bar.
Right.
You can take it off.
6-cylinder Chev. Now this 6-cylinder hasn't been around. It's only what, 1947, 37, 1929 they changed from 4 cylinders to 6 cylinders Chev.
It's a 6-cylinder, but that is a blue flame.
Oh, blue flame.
And the aluminium pistons.
Aluminium pistons.
So with this, you can, if you rev it up, if you come in a soft spot, rev it up, you can shoot through much quicker. The ones with the cast iron, the earlier ones,
yes.
Cast iron, they didn't have that same punch to get out.
Oh, okay.
That was the difference between the two.
Sure. Does it ever give you much problem?
No, they never gave me a problem.
No. Did you service it yourself?
What?
Did you service this yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I started down on my place in Kara there in 1950. 1955, 1956 when I started working down there. The
What?
place down there, built it myself too. So I've done everything myself.
And you're a welder?
Well, no, general purpose.
General
Bit of
purpose.
this, bit of that.
So how long did it take you to pick up welding?
Oh, don't ask me that question because I can't tell you the time.
You just did it.
Just came along.
Yeah. And did this have a manual, a workshop manual, or did you just have to figure it out yourself?
Oh, I think they must have had one once, but I never seen it.
Good on you. What was it like to drive? Was it hot? Was it comfortable?
Yeah, it was quite good, especially with that steering box. Look, that wooden steering wheel.
Oh, yes.
The wooden steering wheel was the army one. Army ones come with the wooden. The others had the other type, you know.
Oh, okay, so they had the ceramic sort of black.
Yeah. But that's straight out wood.
Well,
Yeah.
Nick, let's go through the rest of these gear sticks.
Yeah.
So you've got 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2 here, and another one up the back.
Oh no,
there.
that's a separate one, yeah.
Oh, okay, so just walk through these guys.
This is power takeoff, 2-speed, high and the low in the reverse. And this is another gearbox, gives all your gears that you want to work with.
Yes,
And here's the old throttle,
yes,
and here's the old brake for the winch,
yes.
and here's the dog clutch,
Okay.
for the winch.
And what was the foot pedal for?
And this was the clutch.
Oh, that's a clutch as
This is
well.
the clutch here.
Oh, okay. So you're just about driving a whole truck out the back here, just
Oh, yeah,
on its
yeah,
own.
yeah.
So this is what, 38?
38,000 pound capacity,
Wow.
and what you call them is 38 to 1 reduction.
38 to 1.
The original winch is 38 to 1. That's the winch itself.
Yes.
Then you go through all the gears, reduce it down to, and I never ever use the high gears, I always use the lower gears, and I use the block, never without the block, I always use a snatch block.
So you could freewheel it out?
You pull this here and you freewheel it.
Oh, so they
Yeah,
take it
some
out.
of them are not freewheeling, and then you will wind them in with a motor and
Wind
out
them
the
out
motor.
with a motor.
But like this, you just put them in a neutral, wind the winch out.
Yeah.
I used to have a 300 feet of a rope in there.
300 feet.
300, but not that thickness.
No.
That
Oh, that's-
9/16.
So where did this rope come?
Oh, I don't know. I had that, but I had about 1,000 feet of a rope altogether.
Oh, okay.
Plus the other gears, so I had them down as slow as 16 feet in 1 hour.
16 feet in an hour.
Pulling 16
Right.
feet in 1 hour.
So how many gears in that gearbox to run this?
It goes from ordinary ship gearbox into the power takeoff with a high,
Yes.
and high and the low, and then a reverse. Then from there it goes into another 4-speed box, and that's where you get your reductions.
Why?
So there's
So-
two ship gearboxes under there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the most you've pulled with this? What's
With that?
like what sort of vehicle have you pulled out?
I pulled out the trucks, tractors, sprinters, diggers, everything, just about everything under the sun, including a cow out of a gumhole. The only difficulty we had was over there. I said to the jugger, "How can you work that one out? I can't see from here." He said, "Okay, we put a stick up there with a flag on it. When the flag is up, you pull. When the flag is down, you stop." So he pulled the cow out of the hole, went in the next hole, and then it died a week later. Must have got the pleurisy or something,
Yeah.
being in the hole for that long.
Yeah, wow.
See, I put the subframe under there.
Yeah, that's solid.
Subframe under
Yeah.
there. Nothing did ever break. Nothing did I ever change again.
So pulling so low,
Yeah.
when this is, you can just about hardly see this moving, but
Oh,
it's-
yeah, you did.
so, that's safe really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And another thing, I used always use the same size of rope as that one up there. Look. It's only a 9/16, 12 and a half ton breaking strain.
Right.
Yeah.
So this winch on the back here.
No, that one there, that's a separate, that's a handmade one.
Yes.
That's the old Hapmobile flywheel. That's the old Model A gearbox. So in the 3 speeds, 8 to 1, 15 to 1, and 25 to 1. Yeah, in there. And the ratchet on the end to stop it from going back. The frame on there, it's a pipe. First pipe we bent, so I put one inside the other one, or one's on the front, one inside the original one, then the one original outside, then the 3-inch outside. After that, I lifted a complete spreader, fully loaded with the fertilizer or lime, and nothing gave. I used to put the blocks under the back bumper, And I never ever smashed anything, never ever hurt anyone. I never got hurt on it or anything like that. And I never ever failed.
No.
So everyone in the district knew the old Chev, eh? Never mind the looks of it. But it was a very good workhorse.
You were telling me before about a bus that got itself into a hole.
Yeah.
And they rang you up. What time did they ring you up? Middle of the night, afternoon?
No, Helen. It was about 6 o'clock towards the evening.
Oh.
We go up there now. So anyway, I said, oh, a bit late. But anyway, went up there. And then we worked all night. And the following day, all day. Until about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock that night. Then the following, we took it from the hole over the bluff. First of all, got a heap of sand out of it, as we got it out of the hole. Then we went to beat the tide around the bluff, so got another heap of sand. Then we towed it more or less 8, because when I lifted the back there, the front of the old ship was 4 feet up in the air, over a meter.
Yeah.
And anyway, so how can we do that? So this nigger over here, Eric Gibbs, had one of those army jeeps. No, one of those jeeps that were made in India. With the overhead valve.
Yeah.
So what's his name? He hooked on the front, that was my steering, and that was my down onto the ground. But we got up to the takeout. The following day I went up there and took it to Kaida. They pulled it to bits, got it back on the road, away it went again. The same bus.
Same bus. So, yeah, you probably...
But that was about 16 feet per hour. You hardly see it moving. But it will break the inch and a quarter steel core rope, just snapped it.
So you think that just the steady pull, slow, all the gears is better?
Yeah, as long as I had anchor to hold it, nothing will give. And down here, one day down the road, there on the bridge, Mark 1 Zephyr, and what's his name, and Kaita Transport truck hit him there, and the trailer, like as an A-frame. So I hooked, the truck had enough hold, I hooked on the end of it and stretched it out, ready to pull back. Otherwise it wouldn't turn wheels or anything.
No. Well, so, yeah, she's certainly solid, that's all. A brick toilet, I would say, yeah.
Oh yeah. But what you got, as I said, I never worried about the looks of it, but it was a good workhorse. Good workhorse. All I was worried about getting the job done, never mind the looks.
Sure. And everybody knew your number, they ring you up?
Oh yeah. Everyone knew about the old Chev and all, and everyone knew the number, all right? Yeah.
So 20 years, and so you started doing this way back in 1960?
Yes, I started in about early 60s.
Yeah.
It took me 12 months or
to get it ready.
15 months to get it jacked up, yeah.
Well, were all these parts easy to come by? The winches, the one on the front?
Oh, yeah, those days was, I don't know about today.
Yeah, you just ring up Vincent's.
Oh yeah, I got this from a jugger that had on the back of his horse and tractor, you know.
Oh, yeah. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
There's another thing about this whole Chev. The jugger cleaned the paddock. He put like a wall around. So anyway, he got stuck with a stick rake. The more you go down, deeper they go in there. So anyway, I come along, there's a big wall around. How can I get down there? Well, this jugger scratched the head, so did I. There was a bunch of T-trip, we put the rope around it, we dropped it straight down this bank. How it went, don't ask me. I was flat on this here, he was flat on the steering wheel, and how that engine went, don't ask me, because once you get the car at a certain angle, it was flat. But it went down, so we pulled the thing out, we had to use the 3 blocks, we pulled the thing out, then he opened the gap through the wall, and we got out.
Good.
Oh yeah, I should have had the photographs in that. One day, 90 Mile Beach, I went up, dig out, pulled the spreader out, jugger stopping me down here. He said, oh, we got the bus stuck. That was road services, and the jugger was from, what's his name, Kawakawa. But he used to, every now and then you get those 3 waves, or 4 waves go out, and there's the one that goes really out. So anyway, this time, he used to do that, but this time, the old bloody wave beat him. When the old wave beat him, the engine stopped, and it was that far over there that what's his name, the waves were coming over the bus. So I got there, that's the quickest time that I ever pulled a load out. I came there to as far as the water, and I gave them the straps and the shackles and all. They hooked it out, and we pulled the whole thing out. They got it back there, stripped it to bits, got it back again. That was road services. Yeah. So, we had a lot of fun with them here.
Sure.
So that's how you see it here.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
That's how it was.
But in a better condition.
Sure. So what will happen to this now?
Oh, no, all the winching gear is still working.
Yes.
I can get it out of here, go down the paddock, pull the tree over or stump or whatever. I can still use all the winching gears. We're still going. Seized it, but I put a bit of oil on it to free it up. I can still use it.
Sure.
I couldn't go really on the road.
Anyway, come on down then. Yeah, you want to hand it?
No, she's right. Yeah, she's right. There, right.
Is that off a bulldozer or something?
No. Especially made for the job.
Oh, okay.
One here, one there.
Yeah.
The chain went from there
Yeah.
into here.
Yeah.
The whole truck climbs on there. That angle line stops it from sliding off. And then the whole weight of the truck is here. Just buries into the ground. That's why it's bent, look.
Yeah, I see.
Onto the concrete and the seal and everywhere.
And you made this big bumper on the back?
Yeah, the big bumper on the back. I blocked it under here, and that's how I was able to lift the whole spreader, fully loaded with a fertilizer or lime. The whole thing. Other than that, well, your chassis and tires wouldn't stand the weight. So I just had to put the blocks under here, lift them up, and away we go. This here with the rollers just rope sideways. There was another roller there.
Yeah.
Under there, it's all gone now.
I'd love to take something like this on one of our four-wheel drive treks.
And
we get everybody out.
this were the three pipes, the one inside the other.
Right.
That's where I took
So
all the
there's
weight.
no way that was going to bend, was it?
Yeah.
No?
Oh, here we are. That was the handle for that winch. Handle.
Yeah. So was it much to turn?
No,
No pressure? You can just turn it?
use the gears, eh?
Yeah, oh, okay. Wow. Can I put it on?
The same truck, eh? The same truck loaded, I lifted it through that.
Yes. I'll just put this handle on and to see how it fits.
Just put them on the shaft and leave it there.
Yeah. Look at that, eh? And away she goes. And this could lift, no worries at all, just doing this. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. This all your spare parts?
That's my blocks, shackles and pins and everything in there.
No nonsense shackles, aren't they?
No, that one.
No?
No, that one.
Really? God, it's all here.
Would have been well over a ton of equipment in there at the time.
Does it make the truck go along like this?
Oh,
What did the whole thing weigh, just as a matter of interest?
the whole thing weighs, I think around about 4 tons.
4 ton?
Yeah, 4 tons somewhere. I never ever had the scales.
No. Those bumpers must have weighed a fair bit. Now tell me about the front winch there, same as this one here.
Yeah.
That had its set of gears as well.
Oh yeah. Had all those gears. The front one had the same amount of gears as the back one.
Good.
Yeah. And they all both work independently of one another.
Okay.
So you could use the front one, nothing to do with the back one, or use the back one, nothing to do with the front one.
Or you can have them together.
Everything, yeah. Oh no, not you can't do two places in one hit. But
No.
you could use one if you want on the front or the one on the back. Individually, you could use them individually.
Yeah. Ingenuity, just to cover up your road users' glass.
Yeah.
Just put a pipe and the top of a horn.
Yeah.
Good on you. That's
Well, you got to protect
Hey,
it.
it's
You
not really
protect that,
ideal.
especially in that one. You got to protect it. Other than that, you got to scrub through everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get buried in the mud and everything.
it gets wrecked.
At the Hohepa there, those rocks there, they got a lot of flint in it. So when you put those pads on the back, a flint there, you see a fire, flame about a half-inch thick, long, half-inch long, because that's flint. When it's slipped, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. And anyway, bus got stuck one day. They got me to go in there to have a look. No, to pull it out. Oh, it's down there. What can I do? On the opposite side, there was a pine tree, only one. I hooked on a pine tree, and then a big lump of a rock. big lump of rock came with the front axle. And these juggers, it was a long weekend, these tourists there around said, oh, the old Chev, that won't pull a hand up his nest. This young Maori kid, they used to go with his father, with the spreader. He said, hey ho, he said, must be a good big hand if he won't pull it. So when they see what happened, they just picked up, took off. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I had a lot of fun. I never ever failed, as I said before. I had a lot of fun with that. Never hurt myself, never hurt anybody else, and done the job.
Yep, got the job done. But I'm just saying, you know, ingenuity like a pipe in the top of a horn, they don't think of those things these days. No, these are something you thought about in the 60s and 70s.
You can see. You can just see the reason with all the rubbish here. Yeah. Sometimes it's rubbish, but when you need it, it's here.
It's here, and you can just use it.
Yeah, but juggers throw everything away. Oh, have you got this? Have you got that? I said, yeah, you threw yours away. I got mine here. That's how I can get it.
Huh? Kiwi ingenuity. Good on you, Nick.
Yeah. And so far, in my age of 88, I only entered in hospital in 1945, accident, 1972 accident, broke my leg, and 2012 hernia and the prostate.
And that's it?
That's it.
Good on
Up
you.
to this day.
No pills?
No pills. And I don't know what the headache is. I don't know what the chest ache is. I don't know what the guts ache is.
Good on you.
See, and still I'm not using the walking stick up to now, and I still drive daily, and don't use glasses just yet.
You're a whiz. Yeah, if I'm like you at 88, I'll be doing all right, Nick.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.